Yo, what up, y'all? It's BobeBlaze. I really wanted to come in today and kind of just tell some story type shit, you know what I'm saying? We're off the channel just on some like schedule type stuff till we get that together in the next like week or so. We decided we're gonna, you know, get in when we can and then drop off maybe some stuff, you know, in the meantime. But really, like, these dope ass Darby O'Trill jerseys came out on Chapter 17. These jerseys dropping really got me thinking about how dope Darby's set was at the gathering. And I don't know, like, I know we talked about it on the web show and we had other people talk and tell their tales and stuff about it on the web show, but I really don't feel like, I don't know, we gave it as much shine as it actually was, you know what I'm saying? And maybe for me, and like, I don't know, giving you guys like my perspective of it or whatever, I feel like maybe, I don't know, that's just like another way to, for me anyway, it was like one of the biggest fucking things that happened at the gathering, you know what I'm saying? And I know that's fucking crazy to think how, like, with how dope my gathering was, but Darby O'Trill on the main stage was like, I don't know, you know, there's acts that will forever play the main stage or whatever, like Ouija Mac, you know, headlines Friday night. I missed Ouija Mac's first, I'm pretty sure it was his first set on the main stage at the Super Gathering. We didn't get there until like the next day or whatever, so we missed Wednesday. Since then though, Ouija hasn't fucking played on Wednesday night though. It's been headline Friday. And well deserved, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure at that set it was crazy as fuck, you know, like I know it was from the videos that I saw and shit. So this year I got to see two, not just artists, but like people that I like love and are homies of mine, you know what I'm saying, do spots on the main stage that I feel like forever should be on the main stage, you know. Obviously, you know, I'm talking Shaggy Leatherhead and Darby O'Trill, like what this video's about, you know, like those homies definitely deserve the spot, and I feel like both of them prove that, you know. And I got to be at Shaggy's whole set and we talked about it, and it was like, you know, super big, you know what I'm saying. And for Darby's set though, I had to get there a little bit like late, like after the set had started, and I think that's like something that's why it like sticks with me like really so heavily then too, you know, like that having to, you know, get off of work, you know what I'm saying, finish up this DJ gig that I was doing. I think it was like the Freak Show Deluxe horror show or whatever, you know what I'm saying. I think that was it. I had to finish that shit up and like run it. I finished that at 6 o'clock. Darby was starting at 6 o'clock. So here I'm up at the motherfucking slaughterhouse tent holding it down, and I had to immediately pack my shit up as soon as the shit was done, load up my wagon and dip, you know. It was fucking crazy, you know, like that made it just like, and then what continued on, you know, it made it like a completely different time. I've ever seen Darby. I've seen Darby several times, you know what I'm saying. I've seen Darby in Gary, Indiana, you know what I'm saying, Denver, Colorado, at the gathering, you know, many places in between. And it's just wild. You know, last year he did that spot, and I think that it blew a lot of minds, him doing the spot on the second stage. It was packed or whatever, you know what I'm saying. This year though, like, there's just no doubting how fresh Darby O'Trill and, you know, Dev and shit are. Seeing that, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I had to hurry up and I finished my gig or whatever, packed up and ran, and you could hear the set playing, and bro, like, I was just, you know, speed walking there, pulling my wagon, fucking, you know, screaming the Darby tracks that I could hear on the way there or whatever. And really, I didn't miss much. I honestly can't tell you exactly when I got in, but it was within the first 2 tracks or whatever. But I had to pull up to the side, you know, far ass left side, the side that I just got to, and I got as close, you know, up to the stage as I could. But I wasn't with any of, like, you know, the fucking homies, none of TeamMUJ, Dasaw, Jiggy, you know, Prez Murderous, anything. I was all the way off to the side and shit, so it was like, fuck, it was wild. But at the same time, like, thinking about that and thinking about it afterwards, I don't think I said, like, when I was talking about it on the web show, these are things that I think I, like, you know, had time to process and think more. But like, I was watching, you know, Darby's set with basically, like, with almost nobody that I knew, you know, around me. but they were all there to see Darby, you know what I'm saying? So I always think that maybe sometimes I'm like, damn, maybe we just live in an echo chamber and maybe just like all my homies fuck with Darby. But like seeing that, I was like, damn, like, yo, like, I don't know any of these Juggalos, you know what I'm saying? You know, besides, you know, Sam, who was walking with me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know any of these fucking Juggalos or whatever. I only know, you know, that they're here for the same fucking reason as I am, and they're screaming Darby like I was, and it was crazy as hell, really, like, thinking about that. Like, my homies were far away, I could see where they were eventually, you know what I'm saying, but I couldn't get to them because I had my wagon with all my gear in it or whatever. So to get down with Darby's set, and like, you know, I normally see it with all my homies and shit, we fucking be getting down, but instead I was with random Juggalos and still getting down the same way. It was fresh as fuck, man. And going off that, it's like, really, out of all the years I've been to Legend Valley, 5 years or something, Legend Valley, 4 years or so, I don't know, 4 or 5 at Legend Valley, at 6 o'clock, that early in the day, that's the biggest crowd I've seen at main stage. And we said this on the web show, and I asked everybody else who was on the panel if it was just me. You know, a lot of them I know had went to other gatherings and went to more gatherings or whatever there, you know what I'm saying? I've been to other gatherings then too, and I just feel like at 6 o'clock, nobody's brought a crowd like Darby brought to the main stage that day. It was fucking crazy. Like, when I got there, if it would have been like, I'm not even like really hating, I'm just like, if it would have been normal, I would have been able to pull my wagon around the crowd and get in, but I couldn't pull my wagon around the crowd even to get to where my homies were, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's sometimes at 8 o'clock or some shit that you can do that, you know what I'm saying? So at 6 o'clock, the first act to go on stage that night, and you be able to just, like, the crowd's so fucking thick and they're all getting down with the shit, there's really, like, there's really proof to it, you know what I'm saying? Like, Darby is definitely, like, the truth, you know what I'm saying? And, like, it's, even for this video, if we do drop it or whatever, or anytime that we talk about Darby, I know people are like, oh, blah, 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 that's your boy, that's your boy. Yeah, alright, but still, like, before we knew Darby, before I knew Darby or anything, it was always about Jugs winning, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like look at Ouija, you know what I'm saying? We fucked with Ouija heavy before I even actually, like, you know, really met him and knew him and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even really know him like that. Like, I'm not saying anything like bad like that, but Ouija's done a lot for me. Ouija does look out for me or whatever, but, like, you know, I've, like, really had kicked it, like, heavy with Darby. You know, we brought him out here and kicked it or whatever, and at Gorefest I kicked it with Darby and worked on projects with Darby or whatever. So, like, seeing Darby win is like seeing one of us win or whatever, but seeing Darby win, it's like, because we know that he's put in the fucking work, he does all this shit or whatever, he's super real about it, you know what I'm saying? It's not like some fucking Juff clout shit, some fucking culture vulture or whatever coming in and just fucking running with the hatchet for a minute. Like, he's obviously earned his spots, you know? So I think it's dope as fuck. And, like, thinking about this year's gathering, it's just like, it's wild, you know? Like, I was thinking about Dev too. Like, Dev last year, you know what I'm saying, when he almost had to miss Darby's set and then was able to get over there, and then for him to DJ for him this year, and just how hype it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, Hype Man Dev was just crazy as fuck. And I don't know if, like, I was able to, if there was an opportunity for me to help out Dev last year and fill in so he could have been there to DJ for Darby, and if there was, man, I fucked up and I didn't take that. Like, I should have done that, and I apologize if I didn't do that, because I really, like, I really would have loved to help, because I'm thinking about it now, like, for Dev, it's got to be even more, like, he was going to miss, you know, the set last year or whatever, and that's got to be even crazier for him to even have to think about that. Like, because for me, when I was walking over there, I was like, damn, you know, Dev had to hurry up and get over here last year, and that's just crazy, because, you know, this Darby O'Trill, Dev is, like, you know, the main fucking, you know, that's it. That's the fucking Darby O'Trill project, Dev and Darby, you know, like, it's crazy as fuck. So, thinking about that, I'm like, damn, you know, but then to see him blow up again too, them to be together on the main stage and vibe like that on the main stage and drop the shit that they did on the main stage, you know, like, seeing my homie Saw get hype as fuck for one of the tracks that got dropped during that set, you know what I'm saying? Like, even the people around me, I'm like, y'all, like, this is about to be the coolest shit ever. to hear this track live and see my boys live as fuck, you know, like playing it in the fucking crowd, and that was cool. I could see Saw across the crowd, and Saw was fucking, I mean, that shit was dope, man. Like, the whole set was just so fresh, and to see that many people get down, not just the people that I knew, but like to see the people, like, again, you know, the people around me who I didn't know getting down just as heavy, you know, like when you're in the crowd for ICP and you rap the lyrics back with somebody, you're in the crowd with, you know, Ouija or whatever your favorite artist is, and you rap it with the stranger next to you. That's what, like, the best concert experience ever. And doing that with strangers for Darby O'Trill is cool as fuck, because it really shows. This motherfucker's getting his flowers. Like, all these motherfucking jugs who put on, the jug artists, you know what I'm saying, who are really, really putting on for us, you know what I'm saying. Always remember to give the fucking flowers now, you know. Like, you know, seeing ICP get theirs and motherfucking, you know, 30 years later is cool as fuck now, but, you know, we should have been getting it back in the day too, so give it to these artists now. That's really the reason why I'm, like, talking on this video, because, like I said, like, that shit just, like, it was a heavy ass set, you know what I'm saying. Just thinking about it, you know, to see Darby play at Gorefest a couple years ago, you know what I'm saying, you know, however many years ago that was now, and then to see Darby play in Gary, Indiana, or South Bend, Indiana, or, you know, wherever we saw him, you know what I'm saying, and then to do what he did last year and play that second stage and fucking kill it on that second stage, bring out a huge crowd, you know, dropping Creek, being signed to Chapter 17, all that freshness, you know what I'm saying, dropping Anamoya this year then too, you know, the 10 bands with Shaggy, and then to rock main stage like that, you know what I'm saying, like, really give it to the fucking Juggalos, you know what I'm saying. That shit, like, I feel like, you know, a lot of Juggalos, you know, like, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you know, blah blah, I'm on main stage, or so-and-so on main stage, but it does, like, it really, like, because it's such an honor to do main stage, so you really do have to, like, you know, prove it. And I feel like Darby is one of those people who didn't take, like, shortcuts or whatever, didn't take whatever was necessarily thrown at him. He waited, got motherfucking second stage, got main stage this year. And I'm not, like, I'm just speaking on, like, how things kind of just, like, you know that it goes or whatever, but that was a big ass crowd. If Darby plays at 7 o'clock next year, it's going to be an even bigger crowd, you know what I'm saying? More people are going to come up and pull up for it, you know what I'm saying? So, look at Shaggy. Shaggy played at, like, almost 8 o'clock. That shit was cool as fuck, you know what I'm saying? It was like, man, it was a massive crowd. Everyone was into it, you know what I'm saying? Just recently seen a bunch of pictures where everyone's turning around, give someone a hug type beat, you know, that shit was dope as fuck. So to see two of my homies, two motherfucking, you know, legends in the motherfucking making, you know what I'm saying, do what I feel like they deserve and earned, and hopefully will be back on main stage multiple years in a row. So the rest of the motherfucking gathering days, Shaggy their head and Darby O'Trill, definitely main stage with Hype Man, Dev up there. I mean, some of the coolest shit ever, man. Like I said, I didn't get to see that Super Gathering set Ouija put on, and since then I haven't missed a Ouija set at the Gathering or whatever, or anytime he comes to tour, on tour, you know what I'm saying, I go see Ouija Mac, you know what I'm saying. I've been supporting Ouija Mac forever, and that's the same way that I feel about Darby. Like, we met Darby right before really everything just kind of, like, you know, started, the snowball really started snowballing, you know what I'm saying, the flowers really started growing, you know, and since then, just being able to watch it was dope as fuck. And like I said, you know, you guys know TeamMUJ, we really don't back a lot of people or put, like, you know, I'm not even saying cosign, I'm just saying we just don't, like, bump a lot of people we just, like, don't think are, like, the truth. And you saw how heavy we went for Ouija, still go heavy for Ouija, but it's the same thing. Darby, since I really met Darby, I knew this motherfucker was the truth and stand behind everything that he does. So I'm saying, this jersey dropped, and seeing these motherfuckers rock that shit on stage, like, when these jerseys dropped, I instantly copped it right away, and it set me off on just this whole fucking thought, like, damn, I don't ever want to stop talking about how fresh that was, you know what I'm saying? Running to Darby O'Trill's set with my motherfucking DJ gear in a wagon, because I just got done DJing for the day at the Gathering of the Juggalos. Now I'm running to main stage to see my fucking homies rock it on main stage. I don't know, man. It's just, like, to me, like, talking about that shit keeps me fucking happy, keeps me big beaming, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you know, like, all of us Jugs, we winning right now, and it's fresh as fuck, man. So, you know, much love to psychopathic Darby O'Trill, motherfucking chapter 17 and shit, you know what I'm saying? Love y'all Juggalos, and I don't know, like, probably gonna drop this video, but we're gonna be taking, I think we're off just, it's the 13th, the weekend of Friday the 13th, so I'm sure we'll be off this weekend, but back on the 21st, so, and then after that, we start our spooky dooky run with motherfucking Strange, Dark, and Mysterious, and some extra fucking freshness that's going on in October. Much motherfucking love. Until then, you know what I'm saying? It's your dog, BobeBlaze. Go bump that motherfucking Darby O'Trill. Go get those Psychobabble Ouija Mac pre-orders in and shit, you know what I'm saying? Do what you can. Support the motherfucking underground, you know what I'm saying? Support the motherfucking Juggalos. Boop, boop.
This shit is honestly crazy to me. I've been a Juggalo since I was 10 years old. I'm fucking 32 right now. Every good thing in my life comes from being a Juggalo. My best friends, my career, my girlfriend, everything good in my life comes from being a Juggalo. It's the fucking greatest honor in the world to be standing right here with y'all. I fucking love each and every single one of y'all. Now enough of that happy friendly shit. Put your motherfucking middle fingers up. We're going out in style, baby.